And welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We have Colonel the Frog, we have Tenma Ranger, we have me, Duhad. We don't have Morath because he's got a headache.
Aww.
Because he's being a Caden.
Okay, yeah, he's having a Caden moment. And it's funny because I now just added him to the title screen.
Irony.
We do not lack it.
At least I'm not like Joss Whedon when doing that. Hey, no. Morath, I added you to the title screen. Great! Now we kill your character off.
Ooh.
I do it better than you, Mr. Geth.
Yeah, that Geth
I'm trying to remember which was the character who got added right before. Oh, it was who was it? Who was added right before they died?
Terra.
Oh, Terra. Right. Yeah, I was thinking it was one of the lady characters, but I couldn't remember who for a second there. For some reason, because I'm thinking it was someone from Angel. But like, no.
To be fair, I wouldn't put it past Joss Whedon to do it twice, but you know.
He wanted to do it in the first season, but they didn't really have the money for it.
Yeah. There was they actually had something like that. But...
Hey, dogs!
Yay! We just lost Duhad.
That wasn't technical difficulties, folks. That was us making a judicious edit.
Yes. We just lost Duhad for a while.
So, yay, elevator action.
Let's get some elevator action. Maybe we'll talk.
All right, I'm back. The dogs were barking for a second.
Back. The only reason why people watch this channel.
Because of elevators.
Yeah. Elevators.
And Duhad.
Yes, pretty much.
Man, I love elevators so much.
Duhad is an elevator. Come on. I mean, seriously.
It's true. I just got back from Elevator Con, the World Convention of Elevator Fanatics. God, I love elevators so much.
So much.
Like, Mass Effect is just doing so much for me right now with these elevators.
Because it has elevators in it.
It has all the elevators. Alright, some cover-based shooting!
Just for those of you who thought that it wasn't in the first game.
It's a really shitty mechanic in the first game.
Yeah, but at least it's not, like, locked to that's the only way that it works.
Oh, yeah.
So, guess what? Duhad, it's your favorite thing. More elevators!
Yay! Oh my god, I hope this elevator lasts forever.
Well, unfortunately for you, Duhad, this one's a little special. It's a braking elevator.
Oh, those are the worst kind of elevators.
Best kind of elevator. It gives you a surprise.
Oh, true. And they are better than the bee elevators. Those ones kind of suck. You have to walk into it, it's like, oh shit, it's made of bees.
I thought it would
you
be
fall to the floor
of
because
bees.
those are also bees. No, it's made of bees. No, like you fall through it because it's just bees, and bees aren't very structurally sound.
Hey, look, it's a new character.
Shooter.
Drill. It's funny because in my version, in my stream, you say, "Hey, look, it's a new character," while staring at the giant drill.
I wish we could get the giant drill as a squad mate. I mean, that thing has a gigantic laser cannon.
By the way, Duhad, it should show that funny enough, you shoot her and it activates the cutscene.
Well, that's one way of doing it. But let's see. Well, we know what kind of channel we are.
Quit shouting. This place is crawling in.
Best kind. The kind that also stares at Shepard's blank face for a ridiculously long time before actually selecting an option. Man, also the type of channel that has all kinds of crazy background noise.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that too. I think we just lost him for a bit.
Yeah.
I was exploring the ruins when the geth showed up.
But Tenma here has had all the sake and beer right now.
Yes, she is quite drunk, folks.
I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curves.
Oh, Liara.
When I turned it on,
I feel bad for you.
Why? Because she's trapped in something blue? She is something blue. It should, just work out perfectly.
That's horrible.
Blue woman in a blue world, and all she ever sees is blue.
She's blue. Ba-da-dee, ba-da-bow, ba-da-dee, ba-da-dee.
Oh, ow. I can't believe we actually did that.
I wasn't sure how far you guys were going to go with that.
There's some kind of repulsion field.
Gotta be completely honest, did not necessarily expect that.
So you're not gonna investigate?
I already investigated.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to.
To be fair, she's fairly bland and forgettable. That's why she only appears in this one game.
I know, right? She is in no way the tire of everything.
They really wanted her to kind of be like the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the writers really liked her, I think.
Yeah. And don't get me right. She's useful from a narrative standpoint, but
yeah, well, that's sort of the weird thing. Like they technically cut her out of most of 2, except for like the giant DLC that had everything to do with her.
Yeah, the giant DLC of Doom that the Vermeer fans got very, very pissy about.
But no, like the comics are mostly about her actually. That
True.
Arya.
Oh boy, Arya.
Oh, Arya.
King Arya.
You know, Duhad, there is actually one good thing Cerberus did. They fucked with Arya like 3 times. It was fantastic.
Fair. It's kind of like, you know, like with Cerberus and Arya fighting each other, it's sort of like the tagline of the old AVP games. Whoever wins, we lose. Whoever's we with me, personally.
Fair enough.
It's just like, wow, Arya, you're not as smart as you think you are.
Not even close.
Oh my god.
It's one of those things that actually does engender a little bit of love for Cerberus in my heart. Not the I understand you, but the you're actually kind of cool.
Really?
Comparatively, yes.
Okay, well, comparatively.
Oh, man.
The friggin' Liara is comparatively cool.
I love Liara, actually.
I don't dislike Liara, I just... She's a convenient...
this annoying thing. Yeah. No, it's they really kind of... And as one of my friends begrudgingly, who loves Liara, kind of points out, is she is kind of the...
Laser!
One character that is the linchpin that cannot get killed until, like, the last second of the game.
Yeah.
So she is kind of important in terms of trying to keep continuity.
I'm kind of wondering how much of that was actually decided by the first game. You know, like, because, like, with the way it's set up, it also really does kind of feel like Arya was... sorry, not Arya. Liara was not really all that important to the narrative up until the DLC for Mass Effect 2, where she suddenly became the star of the show.
Actually important to this narrative, because she's the MacGuffin. She's the one, if you...
Oh, yeah. No, she's the MacGuffin, but, like, as a character and stuff, like, it kind of feels a little bit like... She's not really that important, like, beyond being a MacGuffin, and that, you know, like, the fact that they didn't include her in 2, except in a relatively minor part, really kind of felt like they were sort of like, oh, and let's do something with this character, because we have this character as well. And then afterwards, they sort of went like, oh, actually, you know what, never mind, we really like her, let's make her super important.
No, I think what happened is they decided to make her super important with the writing of Mass Effect 2. Because that was a DLC that they always meant to put in place. It was too big.
Oh, what was the name of the comic?
Oh, yeah, Evolution?
No, that's the really shitty origin story of Tim. Here, let me go find it.
Oh, don't bother.
Yes, I will.
You misunderstand. When I say, like, they're working on... Yeah, that they kind of changed her level of importance halfway through. I do mean that in the sense of, like, the DLC, they were clearly working on the DLC while they were working on the main game. It was obviously meant to be in the original cut, but the fact that it ended up getting cut out kind of implies to me that it was probably relatively later in development, just because it was, you know, like, determined as something that they could do without. You know, they could relegate to DLC.
No, that's not what they did. They did that to just make the more money.
More money.
Really, what happened in my mind is...
Well, think of Redemption.
Yeah.
Redemption came out before Mass Effect 2. They set up this whole thing with the Shadow Broker versus Liara.
Yeah, I think what happened is, as much as they say that Mass Effect was always planned as a trilogy, no, it wasn't.
No!
They planned it so that it could go into a trilogy. Once they got game number 2, they realized that they were going to get the trilogy, and then wrote for it in 2. And that's when Liara became so important.
Fair enough.
We can actually go into probably more about the trilogy and how that kind of messes up with Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, the problem I kind of have with the idea of Liara, you know, being kind of a planned out, you know, trilogy, you know, main character is just the fact that in 1 she is so irrelevant beyond being a plot device.
Yeah.
Like
the fact that you can you know, avoid picking her up until after most of the major character development that's supposed to, you know, be applied to her has already happened, you know, is kind of telling of the fact that she wasn't really, you know, the queen of the galaxy yet.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think of like the writers who had created Mass Effect 2 and 3, like the DLC, especially for 2 and then 3, had been writing in the same mindset that they for Liara they are here. That you'd probably have picked her up around the point you pick up Tali in this game.
Probably.
And she would have kind of been with you, from the get-go.
I actually don't have any issue with what you're saying. I just really think that they decided in 2 that that's where it happened.
Fair enough.
No, that basically, Liara was kind of. I think we all agree that Liara really kind of became important as much as they wanted the trilogy. Oh yeah, one of the big problems with this game sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes the cutscenes just get a little extra sound. Bear with us, folks.
So no one can hear us right now?
Yes, I'm going to confess my undying love for you, Duhad.
Hey!
Oh, good.
What about me? I love Duhad too.
Yeah,
You're a fucking whore, Duhad!
Back off, bitch, he's lying.
So we got like a three-way love triangle thing with us, plus the Morath and, whatever our friends, let me just go on Somcon.
I love how we got an astronaut there.
Combird, that's it, Combird. That was his Steam name relatively recently. There's a Combird and, good old Gent and Morath, they all have this crazy love square with you.
Yes.
Now we have a love triangle here. And our interpersonal relationships in the old role-playing group are kind of completely ridiculous.
All I'm gonna say is there's enough defrog to go around.
That's not what she said.
It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience
Liara.
dealing with your species, Commander.
Speaking of what she said.
You saved my
Yes.
life back there. And
Welcome
not just from
to
the
the
volcano.
famous
Those guys who killed me
Liara
and dragged me off to Saren.
gets accused of being a Mary Sue.
Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow
I've been studying the Protheans for this entire time. I find them incredibly fascinating, even though everyone shuns me for it. Also,
figure out what happened to them.
my parents were diagnosed with a horrible evil disease on a young age.
I hate to admit it.
And no one liked me, and now the bitchy crew members are going to start being verbally aggressive towards me. But I don't care because of how wonderful I am.
And yes, even though I'm completely a civilian, I'm going to join you on your mission.
I'm a good bionic,
Because-
you see.
I am a civilian, but I also have mystical powers and know all sorts of gun moves.
You know, that was the one good thing about Paragon Lost. The random Asari really was, probably the worthless civilian of the group when it came to combat.
Yeah, also she thought that Liara was insane.
That was pretty damn funny, but they actually did the whole, hey, let's have the Prothean scientists in there.
Oh, you've got to be goddamn kidding. Was it with every single goddamn person? God damn it, fuck you.
Anyway!
And Duhad is off smashing a phone.
But no, I find it funny that they kind of do the whole, yes, we have a random Asari scientist as part of our recruitment, as part of our squad, and she just, jack shit, because she's not a combatant at all.
Yeah.
It's nothing against the character on that, it's just, it's kind of funny that, they actually played that one a little bit more straight than this game.
Patterns that hint at the truth. Reapers.
Reaper, yeah, she's the ancient alien guy. You find that out later.
I'll give her this. She's a lot prettier.
She is a lot prettier than the ancient aliens guy.
And eventually I will be able to prove
We're talking about Liara, not Treebeard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone is screwing with me. I have a phone in my recording room, and I have it set up in such a way that in moments essentially just reach over and turn off the ringer before it actually starts interfering. But someone else took a second phone and hid it behind some equipment, on the other side of the room, so that when the phone started ringing, I couldn't turn off that one as well. I had to get up and go and find it and turn it off. I hate so hard.
We just are having such fun tonight.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Anyway, so these guys still talking about the Protheans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Protheans were wiped out by a race of machines.
all the times for everything to go crazy, it, couldn't have done a worse one. I mean, a long talkie segment about stuff that ends up being relatively irrelevant later in the series.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's none of that happening in any other part of this game, so we're, missing out. We were missing out on some high-end stuff that
I
we'll
know,
never be able to get
right?
back.
It's not like Reapers are mentioned every 5 seconds.
Yes.
The beacons were designed to transmit information directly.
Man, Reaper, like the Reapers.
Finding one that still works
Like,
is extremely rare.
I like the Reapers in the first game because like they're really kind of creepy and you don't really know anything about them and stuff. But like, man, by the end of the third game,
But the beacons were only programmed.
It's
like,
the monster
they're
behind the
basic-
door syndrome.
Whatever information
Yeah,
they
like
received
it's basically
would
like
be confused.
if it's the fifth Jaws movie where Jaws is just sort of swimming around eating people off banana boats. Like they've
Banana
overexposed the
split.
creature
That was
so
the
much
third
that
Jaws movie.
Okay, this isn't helping us.
No, it was Jaws Revenge.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. It was Jaws Revenge. I'm sorry.
My scientific
Yeah,
Jaws 3D was the
Yeah,
one
Jaws
SeaWorld.
3D was the
I do
3D
not have any
one.
information that could
Yeah,
help
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the Jaws ate people that were connected
Looks
to
like we wasted our time.
Yeah, it was the voodoo
Brody's
shark.
family.
I think Shepard just talked about what we're feeling. We just wasted our time here.
Let me stay on your ship.
Yep.
Besides, my knowledge of the Protheans might prove useful later.
But yeah, no. Right now, the Reapers are super cool.
Yeah.
And later on, when we first meet the Reaper, the one Reaper,
Good day.
he'll be
Aw.
super.
I have feelings
Yeah.
to share
I'm
about
very
that.
grateful.
You know what? I think that it's about halfway through Mass Effect 2 that the Reaper stopped being super creepy.
Dr. Chakwa should
I think it's after like the second time Harbinger takes over someone and you kill him that he stopped being intimidating to me.
Well, yeah, but most people didn't know that that was the Reaper originally, and, people forget about that.
It was the Reaper.
True, true,
baby.
true.
Yeah, the Reaper baby's what killed it for me.
It's basically like,
Oh.
oh, now
Though
we
that's
find
a
out-
really creepy idea, and they had some wonderful stuff that they were going to go with.
Go see the doctor.
You just basically took all the mystery out.
Yeah, and the particular design that they went ahead with,
Patch him through.
that just
Was bad.
crap.
Humans have
Yeah,
like,
no.
two or
Hey,
one eyes.
yeah.
Let's just compromise.
Yeah,
To be fair,
two
I
eyes,
actually-
4 eyes,
yeah.
3.
All right, yeah. To be fair, I didn't. The Reapers didn't lose all of their appeal by the same time I fought Harbinger. But like the thing was, by the time I fought Harbinger for the second time, I lost any intimidation factor from Harbinger.
And click.
And yeah, so it was sort of like by the time we get to the bit where we reveal that Harbinger is gas, but Reaper is sort of like, really? So I've killed a Reaper like a dozen times.
Yeah, pretty
Ow.
much. Well, through one of his things, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
The fact
but
that that's
it's still-
essentially, the final boss of the first game's essentially that. But I think we're out of time for the moment, so we'll see you next time.
Hey. Bye.